What exactly does a narcissist's new person experience once they're sucked into being the brand new source of supply? The new supply immediately gets the lowdown on how terrible a person you are, and probably a lot of exes before you as well. First and foremost, the narcissist unleashes a horrific smear campaign, not just about you, but again, about previous exes as well. They're going to share a lot of your secrets and do a lot of talking with this new person, and that causes the new supply to feel amazing. The ego skyrockets. The narcissist is trusting them with all this new information. It makes them feel closer to this person, makes them feel more bonded to this person. On top of that, the narcissist is letting the new supply know how much better they are than you. You were awful. You did this, that, and the third. But this new person, oh, everything's just going to be so great, and it's going to be all smooth sailing. And of course, this causes the new supply to be on cloud nine. They're fixated, they're being love bombed, everything is euphoric and great. In a lot of cases, it causes the new supply to even further love bomb the narcissist. In this whirlwindy little thing, the new supply feels really good about themselves the more awful, terrible things, unfortunately, they hear about you. The new supply is under the impression they're fixing this broken person. They're helping the wounded little bird, they're setting the wing, they're helping, they're saving. They're just this person's savior, the hero. They're going to make this person happy for the first time in a long time. They're built up so incredibly high, usually the same way that we were, and placed on the highest of pedestals. But we all know as far up as you get placed, what goes up must inevitably come down. And slowly, that transition begins. The ex that was awful begins to not sound so bad. Yeah, they run a massive smear campaign and then begin to flip it. And this great new supply has entered the devaluing stage. The narcissist is bored. The narcissist is now disenchanted with this person. Hell, they might even be angry at the new supply. And slowly but surely, this ex, who was so terrible, now sounds, again, maybe not so bad. Narcs are often angry at new sources of supply because they thought this new source was perfection, just like they thought you were perfection. And the person before you and before them was perfection. Now here's another disappointment. Here is yet another person who's human and flawed and inevitably not perfect. And this is where the new supply can begin to see some punishment if the narcissist is feeling particularly petty. Once the new supply is beginning to be devalued and the narc is bored, that's it. It's over for the narcissist. And again, I say this a lot. I know I'm a broken record, but you get about 3 to 6 months. And that's not special to just you, most people, 3 to 6 months. After about 3 to 6 months, a narc does have their head on a swivel and they begin looking for new people, even more new people, if you can believe it. They want the spicy back, the drama, the tawdry, the sexy, the risque, all the exciting bullshit. After 3 to 6 months, this brand new person becomes just like you. They're not interesting anymore. So, yep, we need more new people. This needs to go around and around again. And it might actually be where you get a Hoover. I know this because it happened to me. I was hoovered around the 90-day mark after my discard. I was love bombed for about 90 days. I also discovered that when I was being hoovered, this person was still in the relationship that they had discarded me for. And this person was also found on dating apps. So they were in the relationship, hoovering backwards and attempting to move forwards simultaneously. And that is not just a 1 in a million thing. So many narcissists are doing exactly that. The new supply is going to begin to experience ramped up abuse, just like we did. They're going to get discards, silent treatments, gaslighting. Those things are going to happen more frequently. They're going to last longer. Things are just going to begin to fall apart faster and faster, just like it does in every narcissistic relationship. But I hear you. There are naysayers out there. And I know I'll get it in the comments at some point, and I have over the last several years. I'll get, but Jess, I got dumped and then the narc got married. So what do you say to that? Well, to you, survivor, I would say, what about it? You think a spouse is going to be treated better? I would love to know what problems marriage actually fixes. And most of the time, narcs only get married to those people who they feel as if they can abuse long term. It's very convenient. It's very easy. It's a great way to be a perfect little opportunist. Also, a lot of times it's for money. You realize they only do this again with the person who they feel is least likely to leave them. That's usually why they get married. Now, I'm sure there are plenty of men and women from everywhere who can leave a comment on the video right now and say, I was married to one of these monsters, and a spouse is not exempt from abuse. Getting married doesn't prove anything. It proves they can walk down an aisle and say some words or do whatever it is that people do in maybe different religions and whatnot. Whatever you do when you get married, that's basically all it is. Where does that say, I'm going to change, I'm going to be better, I'm going to do better? So what? They get married. Anybody can get married. Survivor, you and me can meet and go get married tomorrow. What does that have to do with anything? As a survivor of narcissistic abuse, I know it's hard to find people to talk to about what you might be going through and feeling and experiencing. I offer a wide variety of services for survivors who need some help and some support. You can get help for ruminating thoughts or making a no contact plan, and even more. If you just want someone to listen to you who's been there before, I'm here for that too. You can send an email to book a chat with Jess at gmail.com to get more information. If you'd like, you can visit my website. You can get information there and book phone sessions there as well. I'm here to help you through this. Maybe I'll get a different comment on the video. Maybe I'll get, but hey, I see all the pictures on social media, or I hear through the grapevine that they're happy. They look so happy. Everything's going so well. So, I don't believe what you're saying here, Jess. They're happy. So what's up with that? Psychologically, really happy people don't post about their happiness. They're usually just humble bragging. So let's think about this. Why would someone be posting and going on and on when I see you trying to throw your happy relationship in someone's face? That act alone is toxic. You're trying to upset people. You're trying to show people up. You're trying to maybe make someone jealous or angry. That's a toxic trait. You realize the narcissist might make their partner post that stuff. You know what I mean? You realize the narc might actually just be posting that on behalf of their partner or guilting their partner into doing it. What does social media have to do with real life? Honestly, I would like to know. I can go on my Facebook or any other social media, which I don't have much right now, and say, I hit the lotto. I'm a millionaire. Here's a picture of my brand new, mansion on an island. Woohoo! Nobody cares. Absolutely nobody cares. Nobody posts about their happiness if they are legitimately happy. I am fairly happy in my day-to-day life. I post like stupid cat pictures and memes, and I don't go, my life is so awesome, go me. That's really egocentric. It's really, hey, look at me, look how happy I am. Why don't you just go be happy like most happy people tend to do? I don't need anyone to throw their happiness in my face and try to convince me of some kind of wonderfulness. I just don't simply think that it exists. But I'll go out on a limb with you, survivor. Let's do this together. The new supply does marry the narc, okay? They are so married and so happy that I don't know, it makes unicorns weep, okay? So what does that have to do with how you were treated? The treatment of the new supply has nothing to do with the treatment of you. Well, yeah, but the new supply got things that I didn't get. You realize that's probably on purpose. You know it's to make you feel bad. Narcissists are not inherently nice people. They want you to feel shitty. They want you to feel guilty. They want you to feel bad. They're going to give something to somebody else that you wanted so that it hurts your feelings. so that maybe you feel bad about leaving them. That's kind of the whole thing here. Why are you surprised when someone toxic fights dirty? Why are you shocked when someone who behaves like this doesn't play fair? The new supply is no different from you. They're not going to be treated any differently either. They might be love bombed for 65 days instead of 92, or they might be love bombed for 86 days instead of 43. That's really about it. They might leave the narc and the narc left you, or vice versa. No things are ever going to go exactly the same, but 99% of the time, yeah, they are. The new supply isn't the savior. They're not the hero. You know what else? They're not the villain, and they're not the enemy either. The new supply is simply another person who falls for the same phantom that we all do. The fixer, the lover, the protector, all the other things we got promised that these folks were going to be, and then they weren't. If you're jealous of the new supply, it's a very normal way to feel. Don't be hard on yourself. It's hard to know a person that you still probably love and care about has moved on and moved on very quickly, but that's a whole nother video. Narcs always build up everybody to break them down. This is just a cycle of abuse and how that goes. The new supply is going to be love bombed and they're going to be devalued just like everybody else. Everybody goes up on that pedestal, and that way they have so much further to drop when that breakdown begins. Narcs hurt other people. They cause problems. They bring children into this world and they know they're not going to be good parents. They marry people and they know they're not going to be good partners. They don't care. They do what they do. They make all kinds of ridiculous promises they have no intention of keeping. So in closing, what really happens to the new supply? Well, what happened to you and the one before you and the one before them? And it's exactly what's gonna happen to the person they find after this quote unquote new supply. So what do you think happens to the new person in a narc's life? Share those thoughts with me down in the comments. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day, survivor, and take care of yourself.